Hi everyone, my name is Laura Holly and this is Pedagogo Reviews, reviewing albums and EPs from popular, lesser known and independent artists. And today I will be reviewing the latest album from Beyonce, titled Beyonce, which she so kindly sprung upon us on Friday the 13th and released through Columbia Records. So Beyonce is a musical artist from Houston, Texas, and she is one of those rare pop stars who has done nothing but succeed, progress and inspire generations over her 17 to 18 year long career. And that's quite ridiculous, really. You can't say that many pop stars over the past 20 years or so can achieve that much. And she doesn't really show any signs of slowing down anytime soon. I think at the beginning of 2013, everyone thought it was going to be like Beyonce's year because she had so much lined up, I guess. She performed at the Super Bowl where Destiny's Child reunited briefly, and that was great. She performed at the presidential inauguration singing the Star Spangled Banner. She was on her Mrs. Carter World Tour, and most notably, she released 2 new songs at the beginning of the year, which everyone thought was a kind of hint for a new album. But as the year went on, it became, I don't know, less likely that an album was going to be released, and suddenly it was December and all of the 2013 roundup and polls came out, and then they went, and 2014 polls came out and went. Michael Bublé and Cliff Richard came out of the woodworks from hibernation and released their Christmas / just plain old new albums, and there was still nothing from Beyonce really. So yeah, I think fans were generally a little bit disappointed. And then suddenly on Friday the 13th, there it was, a new album from Beyonce available on iTunes, 14 songs, 17 videos to go with those songs, and it was just out there. She took over iTunes, social media writhed around. I think everyone was in somewhat of a pleasurable shock, and the whole thing was executed brilliantly, because how does one of the biggest pop stars in the world manage to keep that a secret for so long? But is the album itself actually any good, or has everyone just created a hype around it because of the way it was released? I've always found Beyonce to be a performer and singer who's a bit over the top. Not saying that she's bad at all, I think she's great, but particularly with her past 2 albums, 4 and I'm Sasha Fierce, there is a feeling of sincerity there, but I think it gets shrouded by melodramatics from power vocals and vocal tricks and metaphorical lyrics. Now, her new album, Beyonce, still has some of those elements, but they're in the minority. The pop production that's normally behind Beyonce has taken a back seat and made way for the ambient, subtle, old school, occasionally dark production that has dominated the R&B genre this year. Lyrically, it's just meaningful, straightforward and personal. There are the usual songs about female empowerment and having fun and being sexy, and there are also some raw and personal songs about her relationships. There aren't any gimmicks or many metaphors in them. It's just straight out there. You know what she's talking about, and that's what it is. It's not dramatic lyrically, it's not dramatic vocally. She still has the Beyonce X factor, but she's kind of moved on from pure pop. And then there's the 17 videos. Now, I thought that they would just be simple videos like Beyonce singing in a room or tour footage, but they are music videos, which is, again, impressive considering no one knew about this album or even mentioned anything about video shoots. Now, this is a hefty package. The album itself comes in at roughly 67 minutes, but if you would like to indulge in the entire Beyonce experience with the videos and everything, then you're looking at setting aside roughly 2.5 hours of your day. Also, the mature content might have some people up in arms because we all know that Beyonce isn't supposed to have sex, or she isn't supposed to swear, and she isn't supposed to be sexy, and she isn't supposed to be a grown-up, so there is that. But which one of these wonderful songs would I play, skip, repeat? I would play EXO because although I'm assuming it's a little love song about Blue or Jay or someone she loves, I like to see it as a tribute to the fans, because that's what I heard when I first listened to it, and it just has that kind of, you imagine the crowd singing along and it's all lovely and there's like nostalgia to it. It's a bit like Halo, and it's just a cute little song. I would skip Pretty Hurts because although the message in it is brilliant and it is a really good song, there is something about it that I can't connect with, I guess, and I don't know, I only really enjoy the song because of the message. And I would repeat Haunted because it's something new for Beyonce. It's got this eerie atmosphere and her voice is in a lower register where it's all airy and it stays that way throughout the song. It just kind of creeps along and the song is still sexy and endearing. I mean, she's still a pop singer, so it's not the creepiest song in the world, but it's something new for her and I like it. So Beyonce's Beyonce is far from a disappointment. For me, it's her best album and I think it reigns on every other album she's released. I won't exaggerate, based on music alone, I don't think it could slide into being a top 10 album of the year, but because of the surprise release and its content, I mean, it's genius. I think Beyonce fans will love it, and I think it's the album of hers that will gain more fans than ever before. And to add to the excitement, Beyonce is continuing her Mrs. Carter World Tour in 2014. So for tour dates and locations and any other Beyonce based items, click on the links down below to her official website, YouTube, Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for watching, folks. If you'd like to watch any more reviews, go to the Pedagogo music channel, or to keep up to date with the latest Pedagogo reviews, just subscribe. And remember, if you have any review requests or music recommendations, or you'd like to share your opinion on this album, then feel free to leave a comment, send me a message or tweet me at Pedagogo Music. Now, upcoming reviews include Lady Gaga's Art Pop, Little Mix's Salute and One Direction's Midnight Memories, but the next one will be Jhene Aiko's Sail Out EP. So until then, enjoy life.
There's no place quite like here. There's no better time than now. You gotta stay.